The Old Gods of Westeros. The Old Gods of Westeros were the main religion thousands of years ago. They were originally worshipped by the Children of the Forest, the first inhabitants of Westeros, who carved faces into weirwood trees in honor of the gods, making the trees sacred. Religion believes in nameless and numerous natural gods, and the free people beyond the wall believe that gods are everywhere, in rocks, streams, trees, and other living things. About 12,000 years ago, the first humans arrived from the eastern continent, intending to settle Westeros. They began cutting down the children's forests and the trees of the Weirwood, which angered the children. The two groups clashed for a long time, but eventually made a peace treaty where the first humans promised not to cut down the sacred weirwood trees anymore. Over time, the first people also began to worship the old gods. This religion remained dominant in Westeros until the arrival of the Andals 6,000 years ago, who brought with them the religion of the Faith of the Seven. Over time, the number of followers of the old gods began to dwindle, and they remained a strong faith only in the north, where most of the first humans lived after the Andals conquered. Despite the religious wars, the tension between the two religions eventually subsided. At the time of the events of the main plot, the number of followers of the old gods was minimal. The worshippers of the old gods do not hold lavish ceremonies or have sacred texts. Their practice consists of quiet meditations in the forests of the gods, which are within the walls of castles and centered on weirwood trees with carved faces. Vows made in front of these trees are considered binding, and the only ceremony is at marriage, when the bride asks for a blessing at the weirwood tree. Lord of Light. The Lord of Light, also known as the Red God or Glor, Heart of Fire and God of Flame and Shadow, is a deity worshipped on the continent of Essos. Belief in him is centered around fire and light. Followers of the Lord of Light believe that he is the one true God, and that his enemy is the Great Other, representing darkness, ice, and death. Fanatical followers believe that all the gods of the other religions of Westeros and Essos are demons and false idols that must be destroyed. The religion includes prophecies and visions transmitted through fire, and many practices involve fire, including the sacrifice of non-believers by burning. The religion is run by red priests who hold bonfires and prayer services every night, asking the Lord of Light to bring back the dawn. Followers often repeat the prayer.
For the night is dark and full of terrors.
For the night is dark and full of terrors.
Asking the Lord of Light for protection. The sacred texts of this religion state that the present world is hell, but the Lord of Light will save his followers. There is also a belief in the appearance of a chosen warrior who will fight the coming darkness, known as the Prince that was promised. Faith of the Seven. The Faith of the Seven is the main religion of the Seven Kingdoms. It is particularly dominant in the south of Westeros, with the exception of the north and the Iron Islands, where they believe in the drowned god. This religion is based on the belief in one god who has seven faces: the Father, Mother, Maiden, Old Woman, Warrior, Blacksmith, and Stranger, each representing a part of life or existence. The faith originated over 6,000 years ago in Andalos on Essos, where legend has it that the god appeared to the people of Andalos. The Andals then invaded Westeros, conquered the first humans, and destroyed most of the weirwood trees in the south. Before the reign of House Targaryen, the faith had the right to administer justice and hold trials, which was enforced by the faith host. The Targaryens stripped the faith of this right, but allowed it to remain an important part of Westerosi customs. The faith is based on sacred texts, chief among them the seven-pointed star. The faith's temples are seven-sided buildings where group prayers are held. The religion has many rules, including a ban on homosexuality and incest, with the exception of House Targaryen, who are allowed to keep their blood pure. The Many-Faced God. The Many-Faced God, or simply Death, is a deity worshipped by a mysterious sect of assassins known as the Faceless Men. Their temple, the House of Black and White, is located in Braavos. They believe that through their murders, they fulfill the will of their god. Followers of this sect believe that death is a gift that ends human suffering, whether it be euthanizing the sick or killing those who cause suffering to others. The Faceless Ones believe that all religions of the world worship the same god under different names, as each religion has a deity associated with death. The Faceless Ones use phrases in High Valyric such as
Vala Morgulis.
Vala Morgulis.
All men must die.
All men must serve.
which have deep meaning in Bravo society. Their cult has no prayers or services other than killing, and their temple is open to all who suffer and seek death. The Great Stallion. The Great Stallion is an equestrian god worshipped by the Dothraki. Horses play a central role in their culture, and the Dothraki believe that the stars in the night sky are the Great Stallion's burning eyes. They believe that after death, their souls will ride with their ancestors in the Nightlands if their bodies are properly burned. The Dothraki believe in the prophecy of a leader who will unite all tribes and conquer the world. They are very brave, but they are also superstitious and believe in many omens. The religion does not restrict robbery, murder, slavery, and violence, which makes it unique among religions. The Drowned God. The Drowned God is a deity worshipped on the Iron Islands. Followers believe that the Drowned God justifies piracy and raiding, and that killing enemies in battle is sacred. The youth of the Ironborn become adults after killing their first enemy, and their religion encourages the iron price of taking booty by force rather than for gold. The Drowned God is forever battling the Storm God, and it is believed that the halls of the Drowned God are beneath the ocean, where those killed in battle feast with mermaids. The priests of this religion are known as Drowned Gods, and use seawater as holy water. The initiation and coronation of new kings involves drowning, after which the survivors become the new kings. Moonsingers. The Moonsingers are priestesses of the Knee people who live in northeastern Essos. They believe in the moon and lead a nomadic lifestyle. Their religion has a great influence in Bravos, where they were instrumental in the founding of the city. The Temple of the Moonsingers is the largest in Bravos. Each tribe has 2 leaders: the Jihad, a military leader, and the Moonsinger, a priest and judge. A woman can become a Jihad if she lives as a man, and vice versa. The Moonsingers are very mysterious and little is known about their religion. The Old Gods of Valyria. The Old Gods of Valyria included several deities known as Baal, Meraxes, Syrax, and Vagar. They were worshipped by the Valyrians for thousands of years before the doom of Valyria. House Targaryen continued to worship these gods after arriving at Dragonstone, and the religion included shrines and prayers to dragons. There are virtually no followers of this religion in modern Westeros. Thank you for watching until the end. We hope you found it interesting to delve into the world of religions in Game of Thrones. These beliefs not only shape the characters' worldviews, but also influence the plot, making us ponder the nature and power of faith. Religions in Game of Thrones reflect real cultural and historical processes, showing how faith can unite and divide people. From the old gods of the North to the mysterious Lord of Light, each adds unique elements to the history of Westeros and Essos. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments which religion you found the most intriguing. See you in the next video.